Howdy gang, Frankie Day back again on YouTube. Today on YouTube, I had the final finishing of my Frankie Day restoration build of my Hercules. And it's all done, boys, it's all done. So far I've logged in almost 45 hours on this model so far on its restorational rebuild. And I kid you not, fellas, this airplane looks like it just came out of the box. It goes to shows you what you can do with a relic of a kit that's been beat up and been busted, it's been laid to the side. Whenever you take the notion of want to be able to rebuild it again, this is a prime example behind me of what can be done on the second build around. And I'm glad it's done. It's out of the way. I got a nice waxed coffee table my beautiful wife has got. He says, Frank, bring it in and put it on there. I won't touch it. If I need to dust the table off, I have you pick it up. I can dust it for you. I said, works for me, baby girl. It works for me. So, yes, Hollywood, shipmate Sparks. I got a wonderful wife. She's been put up as model boarding with me for more than 50 years. And she'd rather have me back here in my wonderful man cave with my marvelous collection of models of history's past and even today and the future than being out like a bar out there getting pie-eyed. So those days are kind of behind me, fellas. Right now I'm just an old man just enjoying my second childhood in life, and you guys really put a spark in my duff. And I enjoy each one of you, and I'd like to thank everybody out there for your wonderful comments and your wonderful views. And I'll do the same for you. You guys are a great bunch of fellas. And getting back to my Hercules, I just got done finishing putting the acetate pieces on there. Instead of the portholes on the transparencies were the very last parts of the construction, bits of the construction that was done on the model before it's finished. I went and glossed it. I had the wing walks. I got some black decal paper. I airbrushed it black. Let it dry 24 hours using a metal rule. It's got to be a metal rule, no plastic rule, fellas. A metal rule. And I made 3/30 seconds strips using my 111 blade and using a metal rule as a guideline. I use those for my wing walks. You'll see the results of the wing walks on the model once I switch it over to my new camera. I just hope and pray to God, that my webcam comes in sync. So far, I made a test a while ago. I'm in sync, so if the good Lord is willing, the creeks don't rise, I'll be in sync with this one right here. After the model was glossed up, all the decals were added. Let it dry 24 hours, and went ahead and gave it a coat of dull coat. Airbrushed about a good healthy coat of dull coat on it. It matte and flattened out the glossy paintwork, and looks more like realistic. No washes, no weathering is done on this. The decals on this airplane is from the spare parts decal box I've had. Using pictures of the model I took before I reassembled it again. I used that as a reference point of what kind of decals to use. So actually the airplane's been restored to its entirety as the original, just after it was busted and before it got broke during construction. Everything's done, folks. Propellers all been airbrushed, and the whole airplane's been totally been airbrushed. And I'm very, very happy with this. I'm very happy. I'm tickled. Matter of fact, I'm tickled pink on this thing. It's just if this thing just came out better, I hoped it would. And of course, like I say, they look good, fellas. When you take your time, you do a little bit, eyeballs get tired a little bit, that's the time to put it aside. And then you can go back and get it later. Because you do it all once, like eating a steak dinner, it's not going to come out too good, fellas. You're going to run into mistakes and boo-boos, and you have a lot of regrets. So model building requires time, lots of time. The more time you spend on the model, the more better it's going to look. And that's the rule of thumb. Besides, it's not a hurried hobby. It's a hobby just to relax. You kick back, tell the world, stick it in the kilt. You're back here in your man cave, building your models, doing your thing, doing something constructive, entertaining your friends out there across the pond and around the globe, and you're doing something that's healthy, something that's historical, and something that's very wonderful, and it's a given gift from God. And so far, this YouTube has been a godsend for me, and I'm getting more relaxed and getting better as I go along with my YouTube. Some I've flubbed up on, and some I don't. So it's all a character of making a video. Before I switch over to the camera to the final results of my Hercules bird, I'm going to go ahead and start on Warren's excuse me, Warren. Get tongue-tied, boys. After I get this YouTube presentation done, I'm going to go ahead and resume on Warren's Cold War Classics aircraft, my C-124 Globemaster. And I wasn't starting my Bolo yesterday, but I got behind on my Hercules restorational build, so I'll tack the Bolo probably off and on, maybe start tomorrow on it. But I do want to get started on my Globemaster. I got to get the fellers sanded off and get the wings fitted on and get them filled in, and I'll make a video of that. And so far, that's a wonderful wash job did there, Warren, on your English Electric Lightning. That's a good technique. That's one way of doing it. You know, it's all different, fellas. It's just how you want to approach attack the model. I mean, that's a wonderful kit. Airfix, I take off my do-rag for him. And that was a wonderful company. I mean, I tell you, I mean, they came a long ways on new retooling kits. I think they're a lot more better than the Asian brothers out there who produce their kits, the high-dollar kits. So anyway, just rambling, getting back to my Hercules bird. Steve, you're doing a wonderful job on Jimmy Doolittle's B-25. The Israel Mirage you've done is beautiful. You've done a wonderful job on that, my friend. And Sparks, you did a wonderful job on that F-86 Paper Tiger. You're doing a good job. Like I say, you want to make sure you don't want that appreciating to overshow. Just a hint of it, let them know it's there, and you'll be good to go. And I haven't heard from the rest of the gang yet, though. I imagine they'll show up sooner or later. And that'd be that. Okay, fellas, stay focused. We're going to switch over to the camera, and we'll have a little walk around review on the completed build of update number 7 on my Hercules bird restoration build. Here we go, fellas. I'm going to switch over the camera right now and see what you guys think. Keep your eyes focused. Here we go. Okay, fellas, here we go right now. As you see, the finished product, she's all done. Brand new spanking paint job on it. Fresh paint, fresh time, fresh hours, fresh everything. The thing is built exactly how it was when I first got it. All the wing walks right there are made using decal paper right there, which I cut in strips, 3/32 and got on the top, on the wing, as the real machines were. The medium green, dark green shows up quite well on top with the tan. I got all the transparencies in place, and you can see the crew member getting inside the forward entryway. I swung around back of the aft, the cargo ramp. We got the wing walks also applied on the stabilizers. Also, wing root top of the rear end tail lamp with inch 2 wing walks are. Pull the Lady Susan away, so I won't hit that my cover where my paint's at. And other than that, folks, it's good. It's the way it used to be. They got new decals on there, prop spin. This is how it looked, guys, while hung it up. You imagine building something like this and hanging it up, and about 10 minutes later you hear a big crash, and there it goes hitting the floor. I got all the, I used clear acetate using a paper punch for the holes right there, and I used Arlene's tacky glue, which is the same formula that as microcrystal clear. I use that as an adhesive, which works quite well. It works excellent on transparency pieces, so I highly recommend that, folks. HCC and regular glue will fog your clear parts, so don't use that. You do that, you'll regret it. There's a DY on the tail 773, which is out of Antoy, Vietnam. That ship, that's where it was at, the Antoy. It was flown by the South Vietnamese, and it's a cargo ship. It's not a gunship. Later on, this airplane was used as a gunship. AC-130s and Spectres. The C-131 Hercules is an overall perspective as the aircraft itself has never become unchanged. The aspect of change of the aircraft itself is technology, folks. They got some with JATO rockets built inside that are actually retractable in the fuselage, uses for rockets to move forward for immediately stop. The Allison turboprop engines they use on them, the propellers are reverse pitch. So as the aircraft lands on a short land takeoff, what they do, they come in for landing with full flaps down, and they reverse the pitch of the prop to slow the plane down. A very ingenious design. And this aircraft is still being used today. It's that long was Big Buff. The B-52 is probably the longest United States Air Force airplane ever used in the history of the United States of America. That shows you what a good airplane it is, folks. It's a very versatile aircraft. Well, that ends the presentation, guys. Take care. Thanks for viewing in. We'll see you on the next YouTube presentation. Happy modeling, boys. See you later. Bye now.